Good evening. You're tuned in to EmoNews every moment online. In tonight's headlines, Prime Minister completes tour of major project sites in the north. Dominica hosts 5th National Climate Outlook Forum. Grand finals set for 2025 CCCUL and Dominica Cricket Association Intermediate League. GTA unveils 2026 global marketing strategy. Caribbean Airlines to discontinue Tortola and Puerto Rico routes in January 2026. And 7 Palestinians killed as Israel allows limited exit through Rafah crossing. These stories and more coming up next. Stay tuned.
New game in town. Get ready to match 5 and you can win 10K. Let's go. Play with just $2. Match 5 numbers from 1 to 29 to win. Draws every Wednesday and Saturday at 9 p.m. It's easy, fun, and local. Match 5, your local jackpot game. Dominican National Lottery.
And welcome back, everyone. Thank you for being with us tonight. I'm your presenter, Rick Francis, and this is a news broadcast for the 4th of December, 2025. In local news this evening, students and alumni of the Dominica State College, DSC, delivered an outstanding performance at the Dominica Chinese Knowledge Contest held last week. 8 participants represented the institution, showcasing cultural awareness, academic strength, and a growing interest in Dominican-Chinese relations. The event was attended by the Honorable Vince Henderson, Minister of Foreign Affairs, International Business, Trade and Energy, along with His Excellency Chu Maming, Ambassador of the People's Republic of China to Dominica. Their participation highlighted the contest's role in deepening educational and cultural cooperation between the two nations. At the end of the lively and intellectually stimulating competition, former DSC Information Technology student Miss Jamilia Guy captured the top position, emerging as the overall winner. Her victory reflects the commitment, talent, and hard work fostered within the DSC community. The Dominica State College extends heartfelt congratulations to all participants for their commendable efforts and offers special recognition to Miss Guy for her exceptional achievement. Prime Minister Honorable Roosevelt Skerritt toured several key project sites in the northern region of Dominica today. The tour began at the Bois at 8:30 a.m., after which the Prime Minister visited the Calibichi Primary School at 10 a.m. He then continued to Anzime Port, then the Paybush Housing Development, and the Thibault Primary School. The visits formed part of the government's continued efforts to assess progress on critical infrastructure and community development projects across the island. Also in local news this evening, charitable organizations across Dominica are benefiting from the Dominica's Social Security's DSS annual Christmas cash donation, totaling $25,000. The presentation ceremony was held today at the DSS boardroom in Roseau. Donations range from $1,000 to $5,000 and support groups including CALS, Chances, the Dominica Association of Persons with Disabilities, DAPD, the Dominica Infirmary, Grotto Home for the Homeless, House of Hope, Mao Senior Citizens Home, Northern District Home for the Aged, St. Jerome's Ministry, the Social Center, and the Education Trust Fund. Director of the DSS, Janice Jacques Thomas, noted that despite ongoing economic challenges, the institution remains committed to assisting organizations that care for the vulnerable as part of its tradition of giving during the Christmas season. She also encouraged employers and self-employed persons to honor their contribution obligations to ensure future financial security.
The Dominica Social Security Board continues to allocate a percentage of its administrative budget to support the work of a number of charitable organizations, all of which aim to make a positive difference in the lives of the clients and patrons that they serve.
Representatives from the organization offered words of gratitude. Let's listen.
So this contribution this morning from the Dominica Social Security, we appreciate so greatly, as this will propel us through our training year for 2026. So on behalf of the Board of Directors, the management staff, and all the beneficiaries, we would like to say thank you, and many, many thank yous to the Dominica Social Security for this continued partnership and continuing to buy into the mission and vision of COLS. Thank you so much.
This donation will go a long way in strengthening our services to meet the day-to-day needs of our children. And most importantly, it allows us to continue to offer the consistent care and stability that our children deserve.
As I accept this contribution on behalf of the Dominica Association of Persons with Disabilities, I would like to extend and express our heartfelt thanks to the fund for once again continuing to support the work of our organization. Yesterday, DAPD joined the global community to commemorate International Day of Persons with Disabilities, and we began also on Saturday this week a week of educational activities which we call Disability Enlightenment Week.
The 5th National Climate Outlook Forum was held this morning at the Prevost Cinema, bringing together key stakeholders to discuss climate trends, resilience planning, and national preparedness. The event opened with a prayer, followed by remarks from Mr. Adrian Trotman, Chief of Applied Meteorology of Barbados.
Under the African, Caribbean, Pacific group of countries. So the Caribbean is one of the regions of focus for this, can I call it now, CLIMSA program. And the Caribbean Institute for Meteorology and Hydrology and the Caribbean Meteorological Organization, we are implementing this program. And we are happy to note that Dominica is now at its 5th National Climate Outlook Forum, where stakeholders and meteorologists gather together, I must say, not just to provide an outlook for the next season, which is the 2025 into 2026 dry season, but these outlook forums have now become national climate forums where we thrash out a number of other climate-related issues other than what the next season is like. This NCOV is no different. One of the main reason that CIMH is actually here with you is to work with your Ministry of Health in providing alerting information for Sahara dust and pollutants. You may or may not know that Dominica is the target country for health under this Caribbean CLIMSA program.
The day continued with recent climatic observations, climate quiz, and group sessions on sectorial climatic impacts for dry seasons. The forum forms part of Dominica's continued efforts to strengthen climate readiness and support evidence-based planning across all sectors. Cultural Ambassador Leroy Wadix-Charles has provided an update on the upcoming Dominica Music Awards 2025, scheduled to take place on the 3rd of January 2026 at the Intercontinental Dominica.
The 2025 Dominica Music Awards will be held on Saturday, January 3rd, 2026 at the Intercontinental Dominica Cabarets Resort and Spa. Red Carpet 6 p.m. Award Show 7:30 p.m. A celebration of prestige, culture and excellence. 24 competitive award categories, over 200 nominees across all genres of Dominican music, 7 Lifetime Achievement Awards, 2 special awards to include the Felix Henderson Award and the Iconic Award. Among the 24 competitive award categories: Bouillon Artist of the Year, DJ of the Year, Photographer, Videographer of the Year, Music Engineer of the Year, Kadaslipso Artist of the Year, Male Artist of the Year, Female Artist of the Year, Junior Male Artist of the Year, Junior Female Artist of the Year, Social Media Influencer, Content Creator of the Year, Rising and Emerging Artist or Band of the Year, Gospel Artist of the Year, Soca Artist of the Year, Band of the Year, Manager of the Year, Calypso Artist of the Year, Reggae Dancehall Artist of the Year, Producer of the Year, Songwriter of the Year, Collaboration of the Year, Music Video of the Year, Album of the Year, Compazuk Artist of the Year, Promoter Event of the Year. So far, over 7,000 votes are cast. Voting in this section will end on December 10th, 2025 at midnight. The public voting comprises 60% and a 9-member panel of judges, the balance of 40%. Fans, patrons, music lovers are asked to vote now at www.creoleheartbeat.com. The 2025 Dominica Music Awards is an invitation-only event plus limited public tickets. Tickets EC $100 and available only online at www.creoleheartbeat.com. Secure your tickets today. The 2025 Dominica Music Awards, celebrating the best of bouillon, kadaslipso, reggae, gospel, traditional, hip-hop, and new creative talent. Elevating Dominica's creative economy, honoring the legends who shaped our sound, inspiring the next generation of Dominican artists. Vote today. Buy your ticket now. Join us on Saturday, January 3rd, 2026. An historic night of Dominican music, culture, and pride.
The event is expected to celebrate and honor outstanding contributions within the local music industry, bringing together artists, producers, cultural advocates, and fans for a night of recognition and entertainment. And that's all for local news this evening. Stay tuned for regional news coming up next. Stay with us.
We're at the different phases in life. We move at a different pace. All we need is to be supported. Cause when the baby's coming, business needs revamping, the new job starting, and you need an outfit. Let momentum hook you up. Momentum will hook you up. The wedding's planning, rent due dates coming. Momentum is your support financing. Let momentum hook you up. Momentum will hook you up.
And now for regional news this evening. The Grenada Tourism Authority has unveiled its 2026 Global Marketing Strategy, aiming to boost the Tri-Island nation's competitiveness through innovation, market diversification, and stronger digital outreach. Stakeholders were briefed this week on plans to highlight Grenada's cultural authenticity, wellness experiences, and environmental leadership. The GTA says community engagement is essential and will release informational videos to help local providers tap into new opportunities. CEO Stacey Liebert called the strategy a collective step forward as the authority pushes for inclusive, sustainable growth and a stronger global presence. The Office of the Prime Minister has approved a half-day for public officers from 12 o'clock noon on Friday, 5th December 2025, in recognition of the official swearing-in of the newly elected Prime Minister of St. Lucia, Honorable Prime Minister Philip J. Pierre. This gesture reflects the significance of the occasion and provides public officers with the opportunity to observe and participate in this important national event. All essential services will remain operational, and ministries and departments are expected to make the necessary arrangements to ensure continued service to the public where required. The Office of the Prime Minister encourages the private sector, where possible, to grant similar time off to employees in observance of the occasion. The government thanks all public officers for their continued dedication and invites all citizens to join in this moment of national renewal. Also in regional news this evening, Caribbean Airlines is adjusting its regional network as part of its network optimization program. The carrier will end service to Tortola, BVI, and San Juan, Puerto Rico on January 10, 2026, discontinuing flights BW292, BW293, BW296, and BW297. Affected customers are being contacted for full refunds. Starting February 2026, operations at the airline's Barbados hub will be revised, with aircraft and crew shifting to Trinidad while maintaining Caribbean connectivity. Acting CEO Nirmala Ramai says the changes are necessary for reliability and long-term sustainability, and the airline thanks customers for their understanding. And that concludes regional news this evening. Stay tuned for international news after this break. And now for international news. Israel's military has killed 7 Palestinians, including 2 children in Gaza, while announcing that the Rafah crossing will reopen solely to allow people to exit the territory. Israeli authorities also confirmed that they have received the second last captive's body from Gaza, identifying the deceased as Thai national Sodhisak Rinthalak. Meanwhile, Israel and Lebanon are preparing for their first direct diplomatic talks in decades, sending civilian representatives to a body overseeing their fragile 2024 truce. Israel's war on Gaza has so far killed more than 70,125 Palestinians and wounded 171,015 since October 2023. In Israel, 1,139 people were killed and around 200 taken captive during the October 7, 2023 attacks. Chicago residents are preparing for another blast of bitter cold, with wind chills expected to drop between -10 and -20 degrees, according to CBS Chicago chief meteorologist Albert Rahman. The frigid conditions are forecast to last through the next 2 days. Utility officials say the extreme cold has already arrived earlier than expected. Jessica Cantarilli of the Northern Indiana Public Service Company warned homeowners to clear snow from outdoor exhaust vents to prevent dangerous carbon monoxide buildup as temperatures continue to plunge. And finally, in international news, Colombian divers uncovered over 450 pounds of suspected cocaine hidden beneath a merchant vessel preparing to sail to Europe, the country's navy announced Tuesday. The discovery was made during an underwater inspection by crew from the Buenaventura Coast Guard station on the Pacific coast, where divers found 7 sealed bags containing the narcotics. Authorities released photos showing the packages and the divers retrieving them. The seizure follows recent operations in the Pacific, where the Navy confiscated more than 7 tons of drugs from speedboats and a semi-submersible vessel. According to the U.S. Drug Enforcement Administration, about 90% of cocaine reaching the United States originates from Colombia. and Colombian authorities continue to combat the drug trade amid ongoing scrutiny from international partners. And that's all for international news this evening. Stay tuned for the sports segment after this message. And now for the sports segment. Cricket fans from across Dominica are gearing up for an electrifying showdown as the 2025 CCCUL Dominica Cricket Association Intermediate League reaches its highly anticipated grand finals. This Saturday, December 6th, the Kainago Blasters will face off against the Police Sports Club at the Geneva Playing Field in what promises to be a thrilling battle for the championship title. Families, supporters, and lovers of the sport are invited to witness top-tier cricket action, high energy, and unmatched passion as both teams vie for supremacy. The road to glory concludes this weekend. Don't miss it. The West Indies under-19s clinched a 5-2 Youth ODI Series win over England with a 59-run victory in the final match in Grenada. Defending 214, the West Indies bowled out England for 154 runs, led by Aidan Ratcher and Micah Mackenzie, who each took 4 wickets. Captain Joshua Dawn and all-rounder Jonathan Van Lang were among the series' standout performers. Head coach Rowan Nurse praised the team's growth and consistency as they now prepare for the ICC Under-19 World Cup starting January 15. And that's a wrap for the sports segment. Stay tuned for the weather report from the Dominica Meteorological Service. And this brings us to the end of tonight's news broadcast for the 4th of December 2025. I'm your presenter, Rick Francis. On behalf of the entire newscast, we say thank you for viewing. This has been Emo Nightly News, every moment online. Good night.